Neville Goddard had a secret to manifest your dreams. Did you know that your imagination can shape your reality? I don't know about you, but I would really love to learn that secret, how to manifest whatever it is that you desire in your life, your dream life, how to manifest your dream life as fast as possible and as easy as possible. I am sharing my learnings and my background story and why I'm sharing, why I want to do it as fast and easy as possible. My background story was that I struggled for years. I wanted to build a business. I wanted to build an empire. No matter what I did, I ended up the same place. I was struggling. And I wanted to give up many times. I worked harder only to receive more of all of the things that I did not want. It didn't feel very nice. Do you know anyone who is feeling like that? Who is living like that? And I'm an entrepreneur, so for me it was very much about businesses. It was about growing businesses. It was about creating and earning more income in the business. But I always ended up with the things that I did not want. So what is this secret of Neville Goddard? And I'm going to share it with you in a moment here. Something from Neville Goddard's collection here. I'm really diving into it. The thing is, I learned, my personal story, I went from a $1.5 million debt, created a company in less than 4 years, $1 million company, less than 4 years, 60 people in my team, paid off the debt, and actually became free. There was some strategies in this, business strategies, and they helped a lot. But there was also a lot of internal work in that journey. And what I'm sharing with you today and what I'm sharing with you on this channel is my own, you could even say, obsession with the work of Neville Goddard, with the work of other spiritual teachers, with the work of Napoleon Hill from Think and Grow Rich. And because that is kind of like whatever I do, I'm getting a little passionate here, but there's something inside of me that just want to create more. They want to help more people. They want to make a bigger impact. And at the same time, I'm very, again, obsessed with the idea of figuring out the easiest and fastest way to do this. And Neville Goddard right now. I helped so many clients, especially business owners, impact-driven, heart-driven people who have been running their businesses for years and had teams around them. And from the outside, it looked like everything was good. But the fact is, from these business owners, and I spoke with many, and then the ones that I did help work with, especially one-on-one, I learned that they knew and felt the same things that I've described before, because they built a great business, but they still had that, and I mean they still had that desire, that feeling, that hunger, that passion, that something inside of them in their heart wanted to do bigger and more and better. And I said in their heart on purpose. I'm going to share something from Neville Goddard in a moment with you here. And what I experienced working with these people, and I had this aha yesterday, and I want to share this with you in this video, is what I experienced working with these people, experienced entrepreneurs with teams around them, with medium-sized businesses. They've been feeling like they struggled for years, even though other people thought they were very successful. And I've seen again and again and again, even though they tried to take their business from here and to the next step for years, they didn't succeed until they found the right tools. And I was there as a catalyst, that's my picture of this today, to help them excel into the next chapter of their business. And the fact is, I've seen again and again and again, and that's why I am so obsessed with figuring out how to help even more people with this, and also for myself, figure out how to not manipulate, but work with those laws that we cannot see, like from spiritual teacher Neville Goddard. I experienced again and again with these entrepreneurs that when we start working together, it was kind of like they had been, something had held them down. They wanted to move up. They had been held down. And in just a few sessions, I could kind of like figure out what is it that is inside of them that just wants to be unlocked. Like you open the gate and out comes the what do you say in English? The genie of the bottle, something like that. That bigger version of them. They shred all the old and the bigger version comes out. And in a very few weeks, I've even seen this in a week, they made decisions without actually using too much of this, but from that bigger thing in them, and made huge results with their businesses and their life. And it was just like, I've seen it again and again. I saw the pictures yesterday. Their expression changed in actually just a few moments. And I've seen entrepreneurs in 4, 5, 6 weeks, even though they had businesses for 10 or 20 years, I've seen them in 4, 5, 6 weeks double their business with just a few tweaks. But it was kind of like something was locked in there. Something was locked in there, and they just needed that catalyst. And I've been blessed to work with some of these people. So, does this make sense? Can you relate to this? Are you a business owner? Are you an impact-driven, heart-driven leader who just want to serve more people, who want to do better, live better also, but there's just more in there? Can you relate to this? Let me know in the comments. So, this is the chapter that I wrote yesterday. It's here. Got a lot of notes in it. It's here. And I want to share a couple of lines with you here from Neville Goddard. And this chapter is called The Effortless Way. This, what I'm saying is that I'm looking for myself, and also I want to help CEOs as fast as possible and even bigger results, but in an effortless way. Is this possible? How can we work with these laws? So I just read a few things here. Actually, this chapter starts with the principle of least action governs everything in physics. It clicked for me yesterday. From the path of a planet to the path of a pulse of light, least action is the minimum of energy multiplied by the minimum of time. Therefore, in moving from your present state to the state desired, you must use the minimum of energy and take the shortest possible time. Your journey from one state of consciousness to another is a psychological one. So to make the journey, you must employ the psychological equivalent of least action, and the psychological equivalent is mere assumption. The day you fully realize the power of assumption, you discover that it works in complete conformity with this principle. It works by means of attention minus effort. Attention minus effort. Me before, I had attention, but a lot of effort. This minus effort is the thing that I'm really diving into. Thus, with least action, through an assumption, you hurry without haste and reach your goal without effort. Because creation is finished, what you desire already exists. It is not the world, but your assumption that change. I've spoken about this, and I also gave the scientific proof of these things from what we know today. It's not the world, but it's your assumption that changes. An assumption brings the invisible into sight. Nothing more nor less than seeing with the eye of God, imagination. And from there, here's a quote. For the Lord seeth not as a man seeth, for man looked on the outward appearance, but the Lord looked on the heart. From Samuel 16:7. And a few lines from here. The heart is the primary organ of sense, hence the first cause of experience. When you look at the heart, you are looking at your assumptions. Assumptions determine your experience. Watch your assumptions with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Assumptions have the power of objective realization. Every event in the visible world is the result of an assumption or idea in the unseen world. So, this is the law of assumption. This is Neville Goddard's teaching. And I come back to this again and again and again. I work with this, and I also talk about this in our Manifestation Masterclass. Still free. There's a link below here if you want to check it out, and you're welcome to join us. What I really wanted to share with you is this idea of not manipulating, but actually just letting go of effort. Letting go, and I know this is not easy because we are entrepreneurs, we are problem solvers, we are used to struggle, work hard, and all of these things. But for you who want to figure out an easier way to bigger results, what I wanted to share here is the idea from Neville Goddard, the secret from him. The law of manifestation is actually to use your imagination and stepping into the feeling of you being, living, owning whatever it is that your heart desires. And keep putting your attention there. Keep putting your attention there. Keep putting your attention there until your being accept this. And I'm playing with this. It's a feeling. I'm playing with this, and I want to help people with this. And just keep living in that assumption until it's realized. Whew. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one, and feel free to put some comments in here. Let me know just one thing at least, that can help you step into that bigger version, step into more of you. And lots of love.